Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to discuss justifications and reasons for conducting qualitative research. So this is for practical research 1, so let's start. Justification and reasons for conducting qualitative research for practical research 1. So here's the competency code and the book that we'll be using for this lesson. So let's start with our objectives. So for our objectives, we're going to look at some intents or purposes on doing a study. Then second, justification of qualitative studies checklist. We'll look at them. Then factors that justify conduct of qualitative research. So here's the first question for you. In your opinion, what is the most important thing in the research? So you may pause this video and make your answer in the comment section down below. So let's talk about some intent or purpose of the study. Okay, here are just examples. For example, the first one is the root cause and manifestation of lack of self-confidence in adolescents, and to determine ways of addressing or solving said problems. Then, the impact of social networking in addressing problems, issues, and concerns. The causes, preventions, treatment, and care of Zika virus. The dangers to health of direct and indirect smoking, as well as their prevention and cure. The success factors in marketing a selected garment popular brand. These are just examples of possible intents or purpose of those research titles that I mentioned on our previous video. So another is the cause of HIV, its prevention, treatment, and care of patients, why some livelihood projects fail or succeed, how retail business succeeds, why some barangays are successful in their peace and order campaigns or health and sanitation projects, and last, the humanitarian conditions of war victims and intervention done by peacekeeping agencies. So, if you notice, the reasons that I gave to you, or the purposes, or the purpose or intent of the study is already mentioned here. And if you go back to the title in our previous video, okay, it's almost the same. So you need to have a definite reason, a definite purpose to conduct your study, or else it would be just a paper that is done to, number one, comply to the subject. Okay. Number two, just making the research out of necessity na for the grade itself. Parehas lang, okay? Or you're doing this just to graduate. No. We are looking to have a very important reason when we're conducting a research. So, justification of qualitative study checklist. Here are some checklists that you might think about. These are just examples. Okay. This is a checklist that can be used during your title defense. Okay. In other universities, ang ginagawa nila is title defense kompleto na from introduction until methodology. Okay. Sa mga public schools naman, in some public schools that are senior high schools, ang ginagawa is title pa lang. But in college, in master's and doctorate degree, ang gagawin mo is you finish your preliminaries. When say preliminaries, your introduction, your related literatures, and your methodology. Even in teaching, okay? Sa mga teachers, we have action research, okay? Before we can even present it sa division level, we need to give the preliminary first para ma-approve yung research. We cannot continue with the data gathering unless it is approved already. So here are some examples of checklists. For example, number one, the research method is explained in detail. That's why I mentioned earlier that universities and the professionals in education are requiring their researchers to give the preliminaries, which is introduction until methodology. Assumptions are stated, that is part of the introduction already. The research guards against value judgments in data collection and in analysis. It's part of the methodology. It's well explained in the methodology already. Raw data demonstrate connection between the presented findings and the real world. This is already part of the introduction under the related literature. Okay, the study answers research question, again introduction. Okay, the relationship between the current study and the previous study is clear, already part of the review of related literature. The study is reported in a manner accessible to other researchers, practitioners, policymakers. This is part of your introduction. Okay, evidence presented is subjected to a variety of methods to check out findings. This is part of the methodology. Report acknowledges limitations of generalization, part of introduction. The study is exploratory, not merely to find contextual data. This is already part of your introduction, wherein you will state what you want to know, and sometimes it is also part of the methodology, because you will give what kind of design or research design you're going to use. Then, observations are made over a full cycle of activities. This is part of your methodology, the procedure. Data are available for reanalysis. Again, this is part of your related literature. Methods are devised for checking data quality. Okay, again, methodology. In-field work analysis is documented. Again, part of your methodology. Meaning is elicited from cross-cultural perspectives. These are your related literature. Ethical standards are maintained. Of course, this is very important. It is part of the methodology part under procedures. People in the research setting benefit in some way. This is part of your significance of the study. Okay? Data collection strategies are the most adequate and efficient available. Part of your data collection procedures and your procedure. Okay? Data collection strategy and your procedure, The study is holistic and linked to relevant systems. Review of related literature. The researcher traces the historical context to understand how institutions and roles have evolved. This is part of your review of related literature. So if you notice, there are 3 parts already that are needed when presenting your title. Okay, possibly this would be a new practice wherein, especially for those schools who are just asking their learners to present only their title for their title defense. Okay, so think about this 20 important notes or criterion. Yes or no lang naman ang sagot. If your research have this 20 already, it is justifiable to continue your research. Factors that justify conduct of qualitative research. There are 4. First is credibility. Refers to the truth value of the qualitative study, its applicability, consistency, and neutrality. Credible ba ang research mo? When say credible, hindi ka bias. Okay? Hindi ka one-sided when it comes to your paper. Next, validity. Valid refers to an in-depth description that shows the complexities of variables and the embedding of interactions in data derived from the setting. Your data are valid ba? Okay, galing ba talaga sila dun sa inyong participants or not? Okay, because if it's not valid, okay, it's useless. Is your questionnaire validated, or else wala rin use yung data mo? Okay, those are just some. Transferability is the applicability of one set of findings to another context. Understand this factor is triangulation, which is the act of bringing more than one source of data to bear on a single point. Okay, so yung you have your interviews, you have your observations, you have your related literatures. Okay, you need to have those 3 to have a triangulation to confirm your findings. And another is Possible ba siya sa ibang context? Okay? Let's say it is in your school. Is it the same in the other school? So on and so forth. Dependability refers to the researcher's attempt to account for changing conditions in the phenomenon chosen for study, as well as change in the design created by increasing the refined understanding of the setting. Okay? So, possible ba na ang research mo is kaya flexible siya? Kaya niya bang mag-adjust with regards to what is happening in the real world setting? Then, conformability answers the following questions. Do the data help confirm the general findings and lead to the implications? Those two questions, okay? Keep that in mind. So with that, it's just a very short lesson. So answer this question, why do we need to justify our research before even conducting it? So you may pause this video and write your answer in the comment section down below. And lastly, how can this knowledge help you in your day-to-day life? When you say this with this question, I'm referring to looking for reasons, looking for a purpose on doing something. Okay, so you may pause this video and write your answer in the comment section down below. And with that, thank you for your time and we'll see you again.